Hello, my friends. Now we are talking about evaluate. Did I spell that completely wrong? Okay. Now you know that this is truly unedited because why would I want to keep this? Okay, evaluating piecewise. So evaluating piecewise just means that we're plugging things in. We are plugging in the number that's given in our question. So in this case, it'll be 4. And we are trying to plug it into the right equation that it's associated with. So when W of x, which means inside my parentheses, will be an x. My x value in this case is 4. Does it go into the first equation or does it go into the second equation? A reminder that this is an x value, so I should be checking my domain restrictions for this. So is 4 less than or greater than -2? 4 obviously is greater than -2. So when I used to have you guys say, this this is what I'm saying. I'm saying 4 is greater than or equal to -2. Um, so this is gonna go with that second one. I'm going to use a heart and a star to kind of talk about which ones we're using. So in this case, we're using the heart piecewise equation. So we're plugging in 4 into my x value because again, it's an x value that's given to us. So it's -2 times 4. So this is equal to -8. That's all. That's all you're doing. You're done. It's equal to -8. Um, W of x, so W of -2, is that less than, greater than, or equal to -2? It is equal. So which one says that? My heart equation says that. The one on the bottom says that. It says that x can be -2. Um, so now we're plugging it in. So we have -2 times -2. So we get that equal to 4. Speed rounding this part, -3, that is less than -2 because we're going in the negative direction, so it's less than. So this is my star equation, and this is going to be equal to 4. I have no x value here. I have no x value in my equation to be able to plug an x value into. So in that first equation, if my y value, no matter what I get out, because again, w of x is a fancy way of saying y, so this is the input of an x value, -3. When I plug that into these equations, I should get a y value out. That's what this notation is saying. So I got -4. 6 is greater than -2, so I use the heart equation. I have -2 times 6 is equal to -12. 2 is also greater than -2, so I am plugging into the heart equation, and this is equal to -2 times 2, which is -4. Perfect. How do we feel, my friends? I think this is wonderful. I think we did such a good job. If you have trouble evaluating equations, I would think about why. Is it because I don't understand where my x value is coming from and I don't know what to plug in? Um, is it because I just don't understand domain restriction yet? As a reminder of domain restriction, it means my x values are being cut off. So that means at -2, when my x value is -2 here, I am being cut off from this equation. That's all it's saying. And that's all it's doing. So it's giving me an x value. We're talking about x values. And that's why we use those. Could your question be that I don't know w of x is the same thing as y? That could be it. That could be something that's troubling. Do I not know what Ms. Ryan means by evaluating? When she spells it right, it's she uses it often. So evaluating just means that I'm plugging numbers into the given equation. So this I know is an x value, the inside of my parentheses. So that means I'm probably going to be plugging it in for any x values that I see in the equation part of my problem. Um, but those might be some common things that we're thinking about and what could be troubling us. Sometimes we are making minor mistakes too. We go 6, oh yeah, it's definitely bigger, and I just look at one and it's just a quick thing, and I'm sometimes picking the wrong equation. I challenge you to slow down. If you have any questions, obviously I'm around. Other than that, have a great night.